Alive.
Good morning, everybody. It's always that fun, that pause before we go live. You know, we don't know what to do, and all of a sudden it just happens. Jordan?
Good morning.
Hey, Jordan, Kenny, Kim. Hi, everybody.
Morning.
So,
How's everybody doing?
I am doing amazing.
Tom, you got your haircut?
I got my hair cut yesterday. Yes, I did, and it's always nice to get my hair cut. I used to let my hair grow really long. Well, never as long as Kenny's. Kenny, look at that! Oh my gosh!
You never had hair like that? I've seen pictures of you with a mullet though.
I rock the mullet. Let me tell you, I have a business card where I have a mullet. It's classic Tom Cusack. Yeah,
We should share that
older.
someday.
You know, I might even have it here in my office. I might slide away just to grab it, just to show my mullet hairdo. And
I had hair almost as long as Kenny. How long is yours, Kenny? You've been growing that for forever.
Yeah, it's like.
Okay, never mind. Mine wasn't never that long. Mine was like.
Show us your hair now. Can we see your hair, Jordan, or is it a hat?
It's crazy. No, I need to get a haircut.
Your hair is so long, Jordan, right now. Oh my gosh.
Well, comparatively.
I love it. So, oh my gosh, this weekend, everybody who's in Maui, you know what happened here. Well, you know what didn't happen here, but Douglas
dodged a bullet.
Yeah, we dodged the bullet. I was so prepared. I was actually, this is really sort of sick to say, but I was sitting out there watching it because I went up on my lanai and I actually took down the light fixtures that were hanging and all of that stuff. And I'm just sitting out there on Sunday afternoon saying, "Come on, just blow a little bit."
Yeah.
Ladder, and I'm South Kihei or South Maui, and we had no wind at all. It
was calmer than normal.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. So I've been sharing the joke that Douglas didn't want to quarantine, so he didn't come to the Hawaiian Islands, which was prudent of him. But yeah, go ahead.
Kenny, I was wondering if Kenny, since you're up country, right? Did you get any?
We got a little bit of rain in the morning, but same as Tom described, like no wind to the point that it was like stagnant. I was talking to my neighbors and we were all like, "Did you think like that all the air was gone?" It was like Douglas came by and was like, "I'm just going to take all the oxygen away. And then you can just stay here and sweat for a while." I was like, "Please, just give me some wind."
Well, there were some parts of the island that got a good amount of rain, though. I did hear that.
Okay.
Luku might have got hit with some rain. That's what somebody was saying, but nothing dramatic at all. Yeah. And Kim, you were in North Kihei. Did you see anything? I assume not.
Some rain, and that was it. I was really anticipating this big storm, my first hurricane experience. I was ready, and then nothing happened.
It's good though. We prefer nothing to happen. We prefer to be prepared, and so I'm not. And I just want to say, I would do everything I did again the next time. I don't want to be, I think it's BS. I don't. I think we could very easily get hit by a hurricane. It was so freaking close, 50 miles. If I had to walk 50 miles, I wouldn't think that was, I think that was pretty far, but when you're looking at a hurricane, that's pretty dang close. And I would do it all over again. So I don't mean to diminish the efforts that everybody put in, but I'm glad it missed us.
It was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw the track of it. I mean, it literally it was coming straight for the islands, and then at the last second it moved up, which is really cool. So, but yeah, knock on wood. And then Kim, we were talking before, Tom, you jumped on, but Kim got some really cool, there was amazing sunset after.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So that was awesome. The post-storm sunset and everything was all calm and clear, but like clouds and lighting up the sky. So
I was out doing. So we have a client that we're closing a property, and I had to help the handyman install an oven in this listing that we're selling because that's the kind of stuff we do. So on Sunday afternoon at 4:00, I meet the handyman, and we were taking this oven out, and it was a pain. And but we did it. It got it. Turned out great. But right at the end, it was right at sunset. And I said, well, I'm going to go do my Sunday afternoon Maui update from the beach. And it was just amazing sunset. So you'll go back on the lifestyle page, you'll see that video. So I did the video and I ended it, and it was pretty. And then I turned around and it was like, oh my gosh, it just got so much better way later after the sun went down. So I turned my video back on. I said, I got to show you guys this. this is so cool. And then I jumped in my car and I drove home. And then when I got home, it was even more amazing. So I went live again. So if you go back on the lifestyle page, there's three posts on Sunday night because I just was so enamored with how amazing the sunset was. So I'm with you.
It was like a, oh wait, there's more moment, huh?
Oh my gosh. And then Chris Haywood, who's an agent in our office.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
She posted the most amazing sunset picture that one of the most amazing sunset pictures I've ever seen.
Me
if
too.
you go search Chris Haywood on Facebook, I think it was on Facebook.
Instagram maybe. Well,
or
I think
Instagram, either one of them. Yeah. Go check out her Facebook or her post for the sunset on Sunday night. It was just crazy, crazy amazing. I'd never seen a picture that was like, this is fake before in my life. And it was just as real as could be. Yeah. Kenny, did you find it?
No, I was looking. I haven't found it yet. I was going to pop it on the screen, but no luck yet.
Anyway, if anybody's out there and they've got any great pictures from the sunset that's here on Maui, we'd love you to post them. How would they do it? Can they tag us in their post or?
Yeah, tag us if it's on Instagram at lifestyle_Maui, or you can always post it straight to our page here.
Okay, yeah, that would be. I'd love to see what everybody else got because it was the most amazing sunsets. I got home and my wife and daughter were just sitting out on the lanai, just in amazement. I grabbed my phone and I went to do the Facebook Live, and they both looked at me. It's like, can't you just sit and enjoy it? It's like, oh, I am so sorry, but man, I've just been showing this for the last hour, and I need to show it some more. So,
yep.
Anyway, so that was our excitement for the weekend. What else is happening? Stats. You have some stats, Kenny?
Yes, I do. So I have a great map that was just published yesterday. I can't really zoom in on it on here.
Okay.
All of us are like,
yeah,
we're all screeching in.
Yeah, it basically totals up, I believe, the first half of the year transactions based on the area of Maui.
So what I'm seeing is the sales are down across pretty much the whole board. The unit sales are down, but the prices have gone up in almost every category, the exception of land. So homes and condos went up 5% or 3% on homes, 9% on condos, but transactions went down on homes 16% and went down on condos 22%. I think that condos going down is part of the resort market. I was sharing with the guys beforehand. I was out looking at a property over the weekend in the North Shore, and I did some brief comps in between $650,000 and $1.5 million, which is a pretty big span. But still, I just did a global search in one of the North Shore areas. There were 3 active sales. I think it was 7 pending sales and 6 sold in the last 6 months, which means that there's 13 properties that are either sold or under contract with only 3 available. That is just crazy that the sellers aren't putting their properties out there, but the buyers are showing up. And we're seeing that pretty much in all the markets across the board in Maui, that the demand is far outweighing the supply. Jordan, what are you seeing in that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I've been helping a few clients, especially one of them is looking for fixer-uppers, and we've done a few flips. And that whole portion of the market has just exploded. There's the inventories, as soon as it comes on, it gets, under contract. Even stuff where I'm like, I sent it to him and I was like, what do you think? He's like, nah, I don't think it is going to sell. And then the next day it's like, under contract. And then, so yeah, that whole market, especially under 750, 700 or so, is really booming. And what we're seeing as well too, I just closed on 2 non-vacation rentable, or basically residential condos. That portion of the market is really booming as well, just because I think the interest rates are so low, and also because of the quarantine and whatnot. Some people are shifting their investments into non-vacation rentable properties. as well as the local and other population going for homes. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, it's really, people are like, oh, it must be slow there. It's like, no, not in the residential sector for sure.
Yeah.
So
We are. I mean, but that being said, we are slow though in the resort condominium. There's been very limited amount of business going on in that. In the lower price points, when I say lower price points, I'm saying $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $900,000. That's pretty dead. The high end condos have been selling, like in Wailea Point. There's been I think 11 pending or sold units in that complex in the last 6 or 8 months, which is just I've never seen that many sales in Wailea Point in that amount of time frame. It's just been sort of crazy. So I think
wasn't some of them people that just want to get out here and they said, you know what, I'm just done. I'm going to buy, people with the funds to do that, buy a place in Wailea Point, say, I'm just going to move out there. I can deal with quarantine, but I just, want to get something out there.
Some of it is that. Some of it is people that I think there's a lot of people in the, across the country that are reevaluating, this, being sequestered a bit more than we're used to, spending more time at home, being in urban environments. We're seeing a lot more people that are saying, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Be in this space, whatever that space is. And I think there's some reevaluation going on. And so people are, like some of the clients say, we tried to buy a Wailea Point, and they just said, we were going to wait 3 years, but we're just realizing we want to enjoy it now. We can afford it. And whether that was $5 million or $500,000, my clients who spent just over $1 million on a condo just said, you know what? We can do it now. We're tired of being, waiting, and we're going to wait. And all of a sudden we realize that we may never get to that point. So we're going to just step in and buy it. So I think that's what we're seeing. And that's happening. We mentioned this last week too, across the country in the resort, the urban or the rural markets. I think we're seeing a lot more pressure on those markets than we've ever seen in many, many years because of that. I think it's that reevaluation of, why am I here? Why am I staying here? And then we were talking earlier about Google just announced, and I don't know the exact specifics of it, but pretty much that they have told pretty much their entire workforce, you guys are going to stay working. You're not coming back to the office until the June of 2021. So you'll work from home. Well, all of a sudden, when you tell somebody that they can work from home, then they think about, well, where do I want home to be? Because if I don't have to drive through traffic and I've got kids, or I love to boat, or I love to ski, or I love to be on the beach, why don't I make home in a place that gives me the things that I love, instead of I make kind of home someplace that's a good commute to my office that I don't have to go to anymore. So I think that's going to change the whole COVID thing will change the dynamics of the urban space. I still think, like, my daughter is going back to New York, and she can't wait to go back to New York because she loves the hustle and the bustle and that being in college in downtown New York. But I also believe that the people that have been there for a while and have been working in downtowns across the country, whether it's New York, Chicago, San Francisco, that are the excitement of the hustle and bustle has waned, and they're only close to downtown because it's close to work. I think we're going to see that exodus out of that place, and they'll make room for the new people that want to be in there. But there's a lot of movement now, and I think that's what's putting so much pressure on our real estate, and the fact that there's people who don't think it's a time to list. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating dynamic.
Plus the interest rates are so low that's playing into it as well.
Yeah, we talked about that last week too. It's just if you were ever thinking about, gosh, maybe I should buy in the next couple of years, if you're qualified for a loan, I just don't anticipate that we'll see interest rates like this. I don't see them happening in my lifetime once we come through it again. Who knows? Maybe they will, but it's just so doggone cheap. Money is so cheap. That was one of the other things. One of my clients said, I have the cash to buy it cash, but money's so cheap. My investment accounts are making me 5 to 6%. Why wouldn't I take 2 3/4% money? Because I'm better off borrowing the money and keeping my cash and my investments. So, you know, it's about being prudent. So that's one of the things I always talk to my clients about as well is, yeah, you might be able to pay cash, but do you need to? And there's ways that we can write an offer cash, but still get financing with a comfort level. So anyways, that's I'm going to bail. I got to bail pretty quick just to let everybody know too. Jordan, Kenny, Kim might stay on. Kim, she's waiting to see if Piper wakes up, but
I hear
Piper's Kim's little baby. What?
noise, so I should get going. I hear some
She's
noise.
wrestling.
Yeah.
We need to see Piper one of these days, Kim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Special guest.
Special guest Piper.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
Kenny, any other thoughts on the world from upcountry before I bail?
No, it's nice and breezy today though, so I'm thankful for that.
Nice.
All right, guys. I'm out of here. Jordan, Kenny, you guys out of here, or are you staying around?
I think we'll keep it short and sweet this week, and
Yeah,
we'll plan on next week a little longer. But yeah, I think
All
we're
right.
good.
Aloha, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and have an amazing day. And if you're
Take
coming
care.
to Maui, remember, let us know.